Hello everyone once again and welcome back to Packs and Recreation, and today we're going to open a March of the Machine collector booster. Why? Because I am the only person that still cares about this. I am the only Magic player that liked March of the Machine. I mean, I like it as a set. I don't like the story because the invasion lasted like 5 minutes, but I like the sets. I like the idea of like mixing planes and multiple characters in the same card and all that. To a degree, March of the Machine feels like the real, Magic 30th anniversary. Like it's like a celebration of planes and all that stuff. So I don't know. I really like it. Now, in terms of value, there is no value here, friend. And you will notice by the end of the video, there is nothing to see here in terms of value. There are a couple of cards that were like, I think the most valuable card is worth like $7 or something. But I am here to play the game. I just like Magic a lot, and I just like the theme of this set. If you ask me, I just like Phyrexia OLB1 a little bit more than March of the Machine. But March of the Machine is kind of a greatest hits in terms of like, the planes and the cards and the creatures and the lore and all that stuff, and I just like it. See, Fing the Fangbearer, like look at that card, that's amazing. Like in Edgefoil, Radha Collision Warlord, and it's kind of, you can see that they tailored it a lot for Commander, and it really shows. Like Kogla and Jidaro, Zirda the Dawnwaker in rainbow foil kind of thing. Or I don't know how it's called, the Weavy foil, incubator, and a Phyrexian token. Now, fun fact, obviously, it's bent already. But yeah, like I think the most expensive card is like $8 or something, and it's the Fairy Mastermind, if I recall correctly. And then, well, obviously you have the serialized cards, but no one cares about those anymore. Not after the Lord of the Rings. So this is just kind of still worth it, because it's the last standard set in the middle of all this confusion and summer. Once Wilds of Eldraine comes out, I guess you won't see this set anymore on the shelves and stuff like that, because you can still get some of this, mostly because no one cares. It's a mix between no one cares. Oh, Realm Bracket Evasion Tree, nice. Not worth much, but nice. Terror of Tawashi, Igor the Freezing Flame, Radha Collision Warlord in wavy Websurf foil, Voldaren Thrill Seeker, Judith the Scorched Diva, an Incubator token. I know, it just has like a special place in my heart kind of thing. Although if you ask me, I have mixed feelings with this, because I will be opening Phyrexia OLB1 boosters all day. At least from this year, I think it's my favorite, and it's the one that pulled me back into Magic. I was like, oh, the Phyrexians are back. Okay, let's go. And I like it. So, has a special spot in my heart. Now, I have a problem with Phyrexia OLB1, is that it's very bad guy centric, and March of the Machine is more choral, is more everyone is here, like Smash Brothers kind of thing. And that makes me like March of the Machine more. And you see, you have these collab cards that are pretty much like crazy good commanders, at least in my opinion. Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive, Dina Soul Steeper in Edgefoil. And you see, you can tell that it's like, oh, the Mastery Mentor, not bad. You can tell that it's like everything is made for Commander pretty much. And Afenza Kin Tree Spirit, not bad. I just like the fact that they have like different treatments depending on the plane and all that. Like, I mean, we need to ignore two things for this to work. One, we need to ignore that Wizards, like, I mean, it was called March of the Machine. They released it in April. It's like, come on, you only had one job. It was perfect for March, but whatever. And the invasion was kind of shitty if you care about the lore, which I care and I think is cool, but most people don't, apparently, according to Wizards. So I care about the lore. But so the invasion was kind of shitty because it lasted like 5 minutes. So that's not great. But the whole treatment of like, I know that people are by this point are sick of Wizards and like having like 70 different treatments and versions of cards and foils and all that stuff. And I can get it. See, like edge foil now, I can get it. But if you see these more as a celebration of this is like the real Magic 30, I like it a lot. Like you have cards from every plane. You have like weird collabs between creatures and that normally wouldn't collab. You have, every plane is kind of there. The cards have treatments depending on the plane they are in. If you bought the Commander decks, they had plane chase as a mechanic again, which makes sense because this is across planes. So, it's maybe I'm being like overly positive, because it's like objectively, but at least it wasn't overpriced as a set. It was just like a normal set. It wasn't like Lord of the Rings or Commander Masters or stuff like that. It was like a normal set. Cool stuff. Oh, Sword of Once and Future. Sadly, this card is not that valuable. Ironically, the last sword is not that good. Wand of the Word Soul. Nice. Quende, Pride of Femeref. Edgefoil Rona. Borborygmos and Fibbleputh. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, but Fiddleputh. Beetlejuice, Giruda, Doom of Depths, gotta love it, Demon Kraken in Edge Foil, an Incubator. I don't know, overall has a bunch of stuff, but then you think about how things are resolved, and it's like, Elspeth got revived as an Archangel, and it killed Elishnorn in like 5 seconds, and the invasion kind of stopped, because when they closed the portal, apparently the oil works like Wi-Fi, and it just cuts your connection. So I guess I don't know. I think that if they fix that thing, the set will be better remembered. The conclusion of a saga, just overall like good execution. I don't know. It feels like it could have been a home run, and instead it's just a decent set. You know what I mean? Liliana's Talent. Emotes, the Rand Bounty in foil, Edge Foil Shanna, Ciza's Legacy, not bad. Tribute to the World Tree in foil. Ooh, Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer, there you go. That's how you get value, because that's another thing about March of the Machine. March of the Machine is 2 sets into 1. Actually 3. If you count, or 4 if you look at the listing. So you have March of the Machine. Every weird card is an extra, so that's another listing, but let's call it March of the Machine. You have March of the Machine Commander, and then you have Multiverse Legends. And there is where Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer, fits. Very nice reprint. And I'm just realizing that I'm mixing Multiverse Legends with March of the Machine, so I will have to separate them later. And that's another thing. It's like from the set itself, the most valuable card is like $7. If you go Multiverse Legends, then you have stuff like Ragavan in there. It boosts the value a little bit, right? But still, we're not here for the money. It was nice, but still, I wasn't counting on recovering the investment here. Doomscar Warrior, Errant and Giada, Vodalian Wave Knight, not bad. Raf, Weatherlight Stalwart. Ooh, Kuwende, Pride of Femeref in Wavy Dooby foil. Chrome Host Seed Shark, not bad. Taigam, Ojutai Master, and an Incubator. I think that the one thing that I don't like about the March of the Machine are the Incubator tokens. because it kind of steals some of the wonder of like having two-side tokens. It's just like in the collector boosters. In the normal boosters, well, it's great to just have a double-sided token, I guess. But I don't know. It just feels like meh. However, I would say that the other thing that really doesn't resonate with me regarding the incubator tokens is that I prefer proliferate than the incubator. It really feels like, obviously they want to put a new mechanic in there, and they did for the Phyrexian, so it's not the same twice. But oh, see, Urabrask, nice. But it really feels like the Phyrexians were more powerful in the previous set than they are here, because incubate kind of works, but it's not as powerful as toxic and proliferate. So yeah, I don't know. Timoreth, Chosen from Death. Edgefoil, Wrath, Weatherlight, Stalwart. Firemane, Commando. Nice looking card right there. Captain Lannery Storm. These ones I have a kind of a mixed feeling. Like, I understand the style, but I don't know if I like it. An incubator token again. At least they change the art on the incubator tokens. Like, it's not always the same type of Phyrexian. So at least that. I think they realized that it will be very boring. So again, an incubator token. Earth, Angelic Intervention, Hanger Scrounger, Traumatic Revelation. Don't worry, it will pass. Because the Phyrexianization that was irreversible, apparently it's very reversible. Thank you very much. Vivian's Talent, not bad. Progenitor Exarch or Master Splinter for some reason, even though it's a cat. Interdisciplinary Mascot. Radha, Coalition Warlord. An Edgefoil Valduk, Keeper of the Flame. Ooh. Omnath, Locus of All. Foil and all that stuff. An Edgefoil Emry, Lurker of the Lock. Nice looking. And an incubator. We're getting faster at opening these, by the way. Like, it's if I already know the set and you do as well, this is more of a let's see how it's still holding on in terms of financial value. So we just go like, you just put Sonic the Hedgehog music in the background, like bitty 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 bitty, and we're just like kicking it. I just realized that I put green on green. This is the problem with the cards that have specific colors. You get distracted. Blight Begunning, Onak Javelineer, Halo Forager, Blight Reaper Thalid, an island. I like the white, ooh, Chandra, Hope's Beacon. I don't think I have this one, even though I opened all those boosters. So this is nice. And in foil. Again, not very valuable, if I recall correctly. Grafted Butcher. Dance with Calamity. Inga Runais. I like this art very much. Timaret or Timaret, Chosen from Death in Wavy Wooby Wooby. Ozolid, the Shattered Spire. Legendary Artifact. Ooh. Arixmethys, Slumbering Isle. It's a kraken, not a cracker, and a treasure token. There is also a Thopter token. Nice. Second to last. Jungle Hollow, Mirror Bane Splitter, Firewheel Racer, Dismal Backwater, Bonded Herd Beast. Every time I see Bonded, I just remember the side story with Nisa and Luca. And I'm just like, Luca's such an idiot, man. Like, jeez, it's kind of hard for me to get triggered over characters in stories, but like Luca in that side story is just like massively idiotic. Ajara, Widow of the Realm, which we already saw. Guardian of Girapur, Guardian Scale Lord, Jury, Master of the Review, and It's foil, but it's kind of faded looking. It's like missing color in the title even, like compared to this one. See what I mean? Kind of weird. Edge foil Firja, Judge of Valor, Doomscar Warrior. Ooh, Croxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. I love everything that's Teros and its constellation. Just please give it to me. Elemental and Knight. And the last... Oops, so this goes here. And the last booster of this box contains... likely nothing, but... Portent Tracker, Icor Drinker, Cyber Cryptomancer, Covering Hut, Rugged Highlands, Sulfurian Lancer, Kendra Spell Spear, a Forest, which open to interpretation, Zephyr Singer, ooh, Ren and Realmbreaker. Nice. I don't think I have this one either, but that's very nice. Rowan's Talent, Yargel, Glutton of Urborg, not bad. Ingarunize, but edge foil and different art. Like this legendary creature has like 7 different arts. Ooh, Urabrask again, but this time in foil. Not bad at all. And Broodyclad, Telcor Engineer. Looks nicer than it actually is. It's nice. An Incubator W. Now, while we do the math, let's see what's the best looking card for each color. And I am tempted by that dragon. Let's see. Well, this is very nice looking. I think it's going to be that one after all. Yep. Fireman Commando. Nice looking. Now for blue. I always like Ingar Runais, but well, this one got my attention. Let's see if there's something else that is like, wow. Not gonna lie, wide art and foil kind of help the case for some cards, but this one I kind of like how the sword kind of shines on its own and stuff like that. Embry, Lurker of the Lock. For black, well, this is kind of interesting, but Liliana's talent is Vanquish the Weak. I kind of like it as a card, like the art, not the. I like this one because the waves kind of match the sword, so it looks like it's an effect from the sword. But yeah, let's go with Vanquish the Weak. I just like Atraxa being there. I think here is going to be Urabrask by default, but let's see. Obviously, it's not the most valuable. Well, this is nice looking as well. It's not the most valuable card, and that title is for someone else. But yeah, it's going to be Urabrask. It just looks cool. For green, maybe Rhino Runebreaker, because it's a white art Planeswalker. Although tribute to the World Tree is very nice, but I think I'm going with Realmbreaker. It's kind of nice looking. And in terms of, you can see there's a bunch of multicolor because of Multiverse Legends. For colorless, Realmbreaker is kind of a thing, and the sword is kind of nice. So it's going to be Realmbreaker the Invasion Tree. Now, for multicolor, I like this one, so let's save this one already. But I think I saw a card that I was like, "Ooh, this is kind of cool." This one is great as well. Well, this is nice looking. This is good as well. I always have a soft spot for these ones, so like, sorry, I'm biased. I am human. I think I'm going with this one, even though it's a kind of a mess of a card because it's like the fire and the waves and all that. But I think that's exactly what I like. It's just like all over the top. And this is the selection. Let me know what you think about it. Do you think it's a good pull? I mean, it's kind of a good pull, not gonna lie, but not the best pull ever, but it's kind of a good pull. The set is what it is, right? Like we can make value for the cards. The value is what it is. That's why also we're opening like X months later now to see how does it hold, and to see that But again, this is like super random. It's just like you know a drop in the ocean. So if you want one of these cards, just buy it individually. Just buy the single. It will be better for you. So thank you very much. Don't forget to give me your like, your soul, give me your likes and your soul. And see you next time. Have a nice day. Packs and recreation. Bye.